This Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Hey, what's up? I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of a TBR. I don't have a wrap up for this month because I read absolutely fucking nothing in November. How was I the most productive and least productive human of all time last month? I do not understand. There's quite a few books that I want to get to in December, so I thought, why not make a TBR for once? Will I stick to it? Probably not. I'm gonna have two categories, and one of which are just holiday reads. I have about 5 slots for that, and then I have just general books that I want to get to before the end of the year that I've just had my eye on and for some reason just won't sit down and read. Why won't I do it? I don't know. I don't know. I tend to really like looking for Christmas books to read, and then I'll read one and then I'm done. So I don't know how well this is going to work because I tend to read one and I'm like, okay, my need has been satisfied. Okay, the first one I actually picked up from the library, and it is The Holiday Swap, and this just looks really cute, really charming. This is about twin sisters who swap places for Christmas time. I'm assuming they're dealing with like a lot of stress, you know, so they gotta swap places because that, you know, never goes wrong. Not ever. Switching places, kind of living each other's lives. However, they both end up meeting some men, some apparently very attractive men, and you know, it's gonna be a recipe for disaster because how are they gonna explain this away? I don't know. We'll see. And then this seems to be a theme that I'm really liking because the first we have the holiday swap, but then I'm also incredibly intrigued by the holiday switch. And I don't remember what this is about. Holiday Swap is a YA story, and it is about this girl who is working at the local inn for the holiday season to make some extra money. And then her boss's cute nephew becomes her coworker, and I'm assuming they're a bit at odds in because she's very particular about her work and he is not, and so they're gonna be at odds ends, but you know, something happens and they accidentally switch phones. Okay, and secrets are revealed. I just have a feeling this is just gonna be so juicy. And it's gonna be really cute. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And then the last one of like the romancy type books is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. And I know that she's a pretty well-known romance author, and this is about a woman who finds herself standing in front of a window, and some guy asks her opinion on the window display, and I believe that she gets pulled in to work for this guy, but he is incredibly attractive, and you know, that's gonna really hinder some things. So those are kind of my holiday romance picks. And then for horror, because I don't know what my reading tastes are anymore, they're a little all over the place. It is what it is. So my horror one that I have is Secret Santa. And this is like a woman who works for a publishing house. She is trying to find the next author who will rival Stephen King in the horror genre. And she ends up, I feel like she's not very well liked in the office setting. And she comes into the office and she ends up being like the end of the joke for the Secret Santa. And she is gifted this like demonic doll thing. And then her coworkers, like weird things starts happening to them and they end up being on the receiving end of some interesting accidents and whatnot. So she has to figure out is it the demonic doll or is it something else, you know? Like, we gotta figure out. It seems kind of cheesy, but kind of fun. So I'm interested. I've been really playing with horror this year and figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. And this just seems like it will be kind of silly for the holiday season. And then the last spot that I have open, I am willing to take recommendations for because I feel like I haven't really seen a lot of holiday books that have super interested me this year or have been published this year. So if there's a holiday book that you've read recently and thought was really great that I should read, please let me know, because I do plan on vlogging my experience with these books. So if there is a holiday book that you want to hear my thoughts and feelings about, I don't know why you would, but you're all here, so you must. So if there's something that you're interested in, let me know so that I can fill my 5th slot. to just general other books, a lot of fae. I'm just gonna be upfront. There's like a lot of fae, YA, romance-heavy fantasy here because it's been so long since I've read one, and I'm like really feeling the need for it because they are my comfort reads. And most of these are fairy loot books. Now, the first and foremost one that I am the most excited about is the sequel to Kingdom of the Wicked, which is Kingdom of the Cursed. However, I've been waiting on my fairy loot edition, and I don't know when the hickety hack it's going to arrive. So, here's my plan. I'm going to buy just like a normal copy of the second one somewhere. And then I plan on annotating that one pretty heavily because I do need to go back and maybe reread this one and annotate this one because I only added a few sticky notes in this because at the time, I didn't know how much I was going to love this, but I love this. And I'm so excited for the sequel. If you don't know what the original is about, it is about this girl, her twin sister is murdered, and then she summons what she believes is just like a lesser demon to help solve her sister's murder. However, it's a prince from hell. A prince from hell is here. And he also has interest in her sister's murder, which is kind of weird, kind of sus, kind of suspicious. So they have to work together, and she's very wary of him. She's been told all these things about princes of hell, so she's very wary of him. But damn, is he attractive. Second one might be more new adult, interesting. I mean, if you want to know, you know, the general gist of why I just like really love this book, you know, it's just like really good plot and like just really fascinating characters, and you know, the romance is like super believable. That's why. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I think I am going to make a video. I don't know if I said that already. Did I say that, or I don't know. I just feel like I've said a lot. But I plan on making like a video of annotating with me. Bow Ties and Books does on their channel. And I kind of want to do my own twist on those kinds of videos because I really enjoy those. And then I also saw Secret Santa from one of their videos. Just go check out Bow Ties and Books because they are fabulous. From there, I also want to read These Hollow Vows. This has been sitting on my nightstand for 2 months because I really want to get to this. This is a fae story about a girl who, her sister is getting married off into the Unseelie court, and she wants her sister back. So she makes an agreement with the prince or the king of the Unseelie court, and then in their agreement. In their agreement, she has to go like undercover in the Seelie court, and she ends up kind of befriending the Seelie prince there. And he's attractive. And then on the other side of things, she ends up having to work with an Unseelie like rogue, and he is also attractive. So anyway, I am highly intrigued by the plot and the dynamics of this book as well. And in a similar vein, we have Julie's book. If you don't know, Julie from Pages and Pens has a book out. It just released this year, and it is A Curse in Ash. And it is about a girl who goes into the fae world, and I think she's a witch. And basically, there are 2 love interests, and she don't gotta give them up. She don't gotta give them up. She can have both of them. She can have both of them. Okay, Julie. So I do know that I am getting this book for Christmas, so I will be waiting till later in the month to read it. And if you would be interested in a reading vlog, let me know because I love Julie. I'm so excited to read her book. I feel like it's going to be so good, and just I need all the fae. I need all the fae in my life. And then another fairy loot book, because so far pretty much all these have been fairy. I'm telling you, fairy loot has been hitting it out of the park for me this year lately. Okay. So then this one isn't, I believe, fae, but I feel like it has similar aspects to a lot of fae stories that I've read, and that is Once Upon a Broken Heart. And this is about a girl who finds out that the love of her life is going to marry another. Oh dear, oh dear. So she strikes up a deal with the Prince of Hearts, and I do believe that he is kind of infamous for being quite cruel and cold. In exchange for his help, he wants 3 kisses at the time of his choosing, and then of course there's more to it than that. He is also an immortal. Again, I'm not too sure if this is a fae, but similar, you know, similar vibes going on. So we will see how this ends up playing out, but I think this sounds so good. Plus, if you saw my Fairy Loot unboxing, the character designs for this are absolutely stunning. Based on the characters alone, I feel like I need to read this immediately. And to switch it up a bit, I know that's a lot of romance and whatnot, but to switch it up a little bit, I do have one book that I really want to get to. It just seems like kind of a cozy murder story. That is the Thursday Murder Club. So this takes place in a retirement village, and it is a group that comes together and they kind of meet up and talk about cold case murders. And then a murder actually happens pretty close to them, and they decide to try to solve it. And I'm assuming that they get really involved into it. Otherwise, what would be the story? Just people sitting around? I think that this sounds really good. I'm really intrigued by it. It seems like something that I would want to be a part of. It sounds really fun and just something to kind of differentiate the different genres, because I am a big mood reader, so I am constantly swapping genres as I go. So that is on my list. And then kind of also in a similar vein, that is apparently the phrase of the day here, but the only show that I want to watch before the end of the year is that one. It's like Only Murders in the Building or something along the lines of that. Whatever it is, it's that one. I've seen really fantastic things about this, and it didn't seem like anything that super intrigued me at first, but I've been seeing so much buzz around it that I really want to get to it. I'm really picky when it comes to shows. I don't finish shows ever. I think I've seen like 2 shows to completion. I never spend the time watching shows. I tend to just not generally care about shows. So this will be intriguing. We'll see if I get through it. That is it for really my TBR. Of course, this could change because, again, I am a mood reader and I just read whatever the hickety heck I feel like it in that moment. Or it could be the curse of 2021 in which I do not read anything. I go from reading 62 books in 1 month to 0. I don't understand. Anyway, let me know what's on your TBR for the rest of the year. I hope that you all have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!